Hello, how's it going, everyone? This is the Mazdas at Rudskogen. I do not know how to say this track name. It is brand new to the service, and it is one of the free tracks, or I shouldn't say free. You still have to have an iRacing subscription, but it's one of the ones included with the subscription. You don't have to buy it. So, it just got added this week. And it is something else, let me tell you what. So this is my first time. It's kind of a weird week 13 conglomeration. Rookies can join it, but it's not necessarily a rookie race because you can modify your setup. Never run a Mazda setup before. I just switched it to the advanced. I watched Colton's video. He switched this thing, so I said, cool, I'll do that too. I don't know. That's all I'm doing. That's it. But let me tell you what. I've never driven the advanced setup before. It's a lot looser, at least on this track. I've never driven this track before either. But 180 people signed up. I think there's upwards of 20 people allowed. So yeah, 18. I'm used to only 12. And I'm not fast. But I just did an 11 lap run, and I would have kept going, but the race started.
Track temperature's decreasing. It's now 75.
I won't say there were no off tracks, but there were no spin outs,
Your exit is clear.
no issues that would really kill my time. We're in 138s and 139s pretty much. The key for me is going to the first 2 laps before these tires are really warm. This thing just wants to kill you. And first example is right here. I've gotten better at coming in here without feeling like I'm out of control. This is an out lap, but the thing is here's another turn that I suck at. It's probably considered 2 turns, but the thing about the out lap is that's the same thing as your first lap in the race, right? Can't say I've been spinning out there very often. I always find a new way to screw up. So I'm not gonna put in a qualifying lap. I'll go out there. I'm gonna use this 8 minutes to get just a little more practice in, but I'm gonna try to get DQ'd so they don't count. And we're gonna just try to survive the crap at the start, and then so hopefully we can, we should be able to speed easily.
Exit's clear. Alright, Justin, you've got 2 laps to get the job done. Black flag, you'll need to pit to serve the penalty.
But this coming up, this scary part, once the tires warm up, it isn't that bad. I'm not going to say I'm the best at it, but it stops being really scary, like I'm going to lose control. Thing just does not want to do this. It's a downhill and it's a long curve. It's really cool. This track is just neat. I'm in love with it. Maybe that's a little bit excessive, but is that a cutting or an off track? Nope. Okay. Kind of testing the limits. This is the first time I've ever run a road course where I couldn't just go find some established YouTubers track guide. Every other track in the schedule for the rookie Mazdas, I would follow a guide by Dave Cameron, where he would like, I'm really not focused on these corners right now. Here's another one that I suck at, is this transition to the right. But yeah, Dave Cameron has really good guides, but obviously this just came out. And it's just like, I'm gonna have to learn how to learn tracks on my own because they're not all gonna have great guides, especially for if I move up into other cars. Very poorly taken. You can see my all-time optimal is a 136.9, which I'm a second off of from actually completing a full lap under that. So I'm going to admit something that is probably shameful, but to speed up learning this track, after I struggled with it, just going out blind, even though I had watched Colton's video, it's hard to watch someone else and be like, yep, I got that track memorized. There's an off track. See, that wouldn't have counted anyway. Anyway, I turned on the driving line for about 10 laps. It got it to so I at least kind of knew what was coming up. I understand the driving line is bad for many reasons. One of which is it's not actually probably the optimal way to always take a corner. And two, you can get a tendency to be hyper-focused on it instead of what's around you. But I feel like it did speed up the learning process, because otherwise I'd probably still be out there. Like, I know what turns are coming up now. That isn't a mystery. Like, for me, just getting past that is a big hurdle. So, I won't be ashamed to use that as a learning tool from now on, but I would never race with it on. I was pushing that harder than I normally do, and I paid the price. I was kind of thinking, if I'm going in there hot, how am I going to handle that corner? The answer is I'm not going to. But my all-time optimal was green there for a little bit. I struggle with that corner. Missing the apex, or if I do hit it, feeling like I gotta... This one is so easy, like when I kick it down to first, if I'm not just perfect. I know I'm starting sentences and not completing them. I can't concentrate, so just bear with that.
You need to serve that black flag.
138.
Chicken flag.
Oops, I wasn't paying attention. I blew that one. That was 138.011. Right now, that would actually be second place somehow. Got to keep in mind the split I'm in. Somebody else just put in a second lap. That would be a little closer, but I would still be second with that. I don't remember. I probably had an off track there. You're not gonna see, I'm kind of not really concentrating right now. Making excuses like usual. Yeah, I take that so long, so I had to wait so long to be able to get into it again. Just terrible. That was bad. You're gonna see some, they're like, okay, he kinda did that. Not the worst I've ever seen, and then you're gonna be like, yeah, that was the worst I've ever seen. And most of this lap was pretty bad. I shouldn't. My safety rating doesn't really matter in road, but just driving off there in a 1X, that's gonna count for my safety rating. Okay, I would have fallen to third here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let everyone go crazy, and I'm gonna see where I fall in. I am not here to race so much as I am here to, I don't know if I'm making any sense. How much? 28 seconds. Okay, we can wait that out. I've got a cold, and it's just not great. Put out a Xfinity video yesterday, and I was playing back parts of it, trying to find where to put timestamps for all the cautions and such, so I don't watch back my whole video. I don't have time to do that. But I noticed that my sniffles and my noise, they were just like gross to me anyway. I don't really know how to prevent it. Looks like I'm going to be starting P17.
Oh, it counted. I didn't think my last lap was going to count.
Grid is what I'm looking for, not car number. Close enough to last. For me. But yeah, first time running in an advanced setup. I don't know much about how to set up these Mazdas. I don't know where the setups are at. Excuse me. Lots of things I don't know. But what I do know is I'm not going to be on anyone's bumper going into any of these first turns. We're going to... Maybe no one will spin and I'll just be in last the whole race. You know what? Fine by me. But yeah, hopefully this will be part of the rookie Mazda lineup. I would have to drive it around on the baseline setup, the one that the rookies use. Maybe it's a lot less scary. I have a feeling that's the way that's set up, because you could throw that setup, you can just do a lot with it. It's hard to like spin out. This thing is a lot different. I'm not used to a Mazda race with this many people in it.
10 minutes. You'll need to get on with this. The track temp is 74. The air temp is 65 Fahrenheit. Okay.
Pretty sure I just jumped the start.
Go, go, go.
Green flag.
I'm not the only one with the...
You got a slow car on the left. You got a slow car on
I'm not the only one with my strategy, I see. Did I not get a penalty for rolling forward a little bit? That'll make me happy.
slow car ahead.
I'm glad I didn't get a penalty. I don't know what I was doing there. I'm getting a little frame hitches here.
Good start, mate.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Car
on your
left.
left. You're on the right. 3 wide. Left side.
Still there.
2 wide. Still there.
Clear left.
Clear. Left side.
Left side. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
Where's everyone at?
Car left. Clear
Up the
left.
course. You've got to slow down and give up that time. Clear.
Left side. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
All right. From here on out, I'll try.
Link is now leading.
Right
Car
side.
clear right.
Clear on the right.
Didn't know what he was doing.
You got a slow car on the right.
Where did we cycle out through all that? I was letting people back.
You're in the top 10.
10th position.
Oh my God. Gotta be careful here. There's no guarantee these guys aren't all gonna go flying off, or me either. Ugh.
Cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty.
Kinda hoping it'll just bleed itself off. Come on, penalty. Clear. Thank you. I'm not driving this line. It's a whole different ballgame with other cars out there.
The leader has just done a
I'm not trying to
37.39.
catch the lead or two cars.
I don't really want to pass somebody unless they're way off.
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
Should I be drafting? Oh, great. Car exiting the pits. Let's see where they come out.
Gracias, Mauricio.
P10.
You got a slow car on the left.
Winning that a lot hotter than I meant to. This is like a fast section, and I just gotta go so slow behind all these guys.
Car stop on the left. Slow car ahead. Car
On your
on.
right.
Still
Hold your
there.
line. Clear right.
Clear.
Jonker is closing you down. The gap has come down to 0.22.
Left
Car left.
Still
Hold
there.
your line.
Hold your line.
Hold clear left.
Clear on
All right,
the left.
Justin. Halfway home. We've got plenty of fuel. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
This has been a race to remember, I'll tell you what. It's been stupid. Alright. Let's see how stupidly early this guy breaks. Well, he took it faster than me, so who am I to talk?
Push, push, push. We can catch this car.
Why does he stop here? I keep getting cutting penalties because I
Slow down.
keep reacting to his terrible slowing down.
If you don't want a penalty.
Can't really pass him now that I got the stupid penalty. Feel free to clear, penalty.
Fastest lap for Link, 136.74. Your lap time was 139.60.
Sorry. It's my fault.
Pay attention to track limits, please, Justin.
Cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain. You got a slow
You
car
need to
on
slow
the left.
down, give back some time. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
I'm getting mad at someone for being slow, but I could have qualified.
136.66.
They're just going so slow into these corners. And when I'm saying that, you know something's wrong. I'm disappointed in myself. I had no excuse for punting the guy. None whatsoever.
B13.
Gotta get better at passing. Instead of getting hung up behind somebody who's taking corners slower than me, I should be taking advantage of those spots, right? Didn't do that well.
White flag. One more lap to go.
One more lap to go. Keep it within the track limits. The guy behind has just done a 136.39. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Gomez is now in the lead. Thirteenth place.
There's
Okay,
the
that's the
flag.
finish.
It's over.
Well done, mate.
Bring it back to the pits. We're going.
Well, that was my bad. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't want to set up change. What am I doing? I know what I'm doing. I'm hitting the wrong things, doing the wrong stuff. There should be some entertainment to be had here at least. If I had this to do over again, I would put in my lap, and I didn't think it would put me up so high. Maybe I could have been ahead of all this and not gotten stuck behind somebody. Like I said, just because he's slow doesn't mean I have the right to punt him off the track. I need to learn how to deal with it better. Start figuring out where he's going to slow up and maybe take advantage of it. But yeah, I was just so putting around at first, just trying to let things sort themselves out. So, you know, this is my punt. Yep. Looks terrible. All I could say is he was slowing down for certain sections way more than I would predict anyone to do. And I don't know what a good passing zone is. But I'm not going to be too upset about it. It's a rookie race. We're all really bad. There's no good road racers in this split, so. Track, though, I love it. You know, everybody's learning it, and this is a low split. The track is so neat. I think it's a great addition to the service, especially as free content. Maybe it'll show up in the Global Mazda Cup as part of a regular rotation, and that would be awesome. I think it's great. Thanks for watching. See you next time.